In school, we were taught to raise our hand if something felt wrong. But at workplace, have you noticed how quickly that hand disappeared? A few years ago, an employee shared this with me. During a late night project review, her manager told her, "You would have gone so far if you were a little more friendly." The words were casual, but the message was not. She looked around the room. A few colleagues heard it, but no one reacted. In that silence, she decided not to report it. Not because she didn't know the posh law, but because she felt the risk of speaking was higher than the risk of staying silent. And that's when I realized harassment doesn't survive because people don't know the law. It survives because people choose silence over the law. Let's be honest. When something uncomfortable happens at work, most of us don't speak up. We think about it. We replay it in our heads. We discuss to a friend over coffee. We even complain to other people. But in that moment, we smile awkwardly and let it pass. Not because we don't care, but because we care too much about our job, our position, our image in that particular team. POSH, the Prevention of Sexual Harassment Law. It exists to protect the employees. It tells us there is a committee, there is a process, there is a promise of action. But here is what we really admit. Many of our employees don't use it. Not because they don't believe in it, but because they don't believe it is safe to use it. We all have thought, what if they don't take me seriously? What if I am overreacting? What if this makes my career harder? So because of all that, we stay quiet, we stay silent. Silence is not always about the big incidents, guys. Sometimes it's about the small ones. Like the time a senior said to a junior, "You are too pretty to be stressed about deadlines." Everyone laughed. The junior smiled. But inside, she shrank. Or a time a colleague kept sending late night messages with too many smileys, not enough to complain about, but enough to feel uneasy. Or when a team joked, "Don't wear that color," the boss will get disattracted. Nobody rejected. Nobody even objective. It was just a humor. But here is the truth. Silence normalizes these moments, and the small things becomes the soil when the bigger problems grow. Policies protect us on paper. Culture protects us in real life. And in most workplaces, our culture has these silent rules. Rule number 1, don't rock the boat. Rule number 2, if it is just a joke, let it go. Rule number 3, if they are your senior or important, just be careful. These rules are not written anywhere, guys. We all know them. And they shape how actually safe we feel. When we stay silent, the small things grow. A harmless comment becomes the normal comment. And a one-time touch becomes a tolerated habit. And by the time it's serious enough for action, it's already too late for someone's dignity. But here is a good news. We all don't have to file a complaint of POSH to stop all this. Here is what any of us can do. Acknowledge. Accept it if something happened which is not comfortable, which is not okay with you, which makes you unsafe. Interrupt. Call it out. Support. Let the person know you are there for them, even if it is not happening with you. Even one person breaking the silence can make the other person feel safer. I'll give you a quick example. In one organization, during a meeting, a senior kept making unnecessary joke about juniors' appearance. Usually, everyone laughed it off. But that day, One colleague simply said, hey, let's keep focusing on the work. She's doing good in the project. The room went quiet. The senior changed the topic. And later, the junior told me that one small sentence made me feel that I wasn't alone. Nothing dramatic, no big confrontations, just one person choosing not to stay silent, and it changed the whole energy of the room. And the next time it happens, maybe you'll remember this talk. And maybe you will be saying the same thing that most people are still afraid to say about. And before I close, let's clear one very common misunderstanding. Posh is not about stopping people for being kind. It's not saying that don't compliment each other. Don't say that you are looking good today. It's saying, it's about not complimenting about someone's outfit or saying they are looking nice. It's about power, consent, respect. It's about drawing the lines between what is welcome and what is not. You have to draw that border line. And that safety doesn't begin in the common meeting. It begins in that moment. Posh is not here to stop the workplaces from being warm or human. It's here to make sure that the workplaces are safe enough to work. Maybe at late night. And the moment someone crosses the line or someone chooses to speak. So the next time, if it happens to you, maybe you'll remember this talk and maybe you'll notice the silence in the room and maybe you will be the one who is breaking that silence. Because at the end of the day, safety at work doesn't depend upon the laws. It depends on us. It depends what we choose to say. And even more, where we refuse to stay silent. Safety begins when silence ends. Thank you.